Is he trying to leverage the Seahawks for a little bit more money after a couple other guys like Tua and like who else? Jordan Love both got paid.
Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love, Tua, all these
saying,
guys making $50 million a year.
Those guys aren't worth double what I'm worth. Why don't you bring me a little money?
Yes.
You think he's trying to leverage?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's what some of training camp has been about. Some of the frustrations that he's felt of watching all of these other guys, Salk, get paid. Now, all of them are not like his story. And his story is a unique one. And we talked about that an awful lot a couple years ago. And the only name we could come up with then was Rich Gannon, a guy that sat around for a lot of years and a lot of years and a lot of years. And you thought the die was totally cast on his career. You thought the book was written. You thought the narrative was done. And then he rewrote all that script to all the different haters and otherwise and was comeback player of the year. So his story, his age, all of it are so vastly different than Trevor Lawrence and Daniel Jones and Tua and all these young guys who got paid on their second contracts in unbelievably rich ways. In ways that you're right, Geno. Like, what do you want me to say? If Geno and his team call John and the personnel crew, I'm like, this ain't right. Well, what do you mean ain't right? Well, this ain't right. I mean, look at our guy's numbers. Look at his productivity. Look at his wins. Look at his late game, right? Like doing what agents do in every business. Hey, man, here's my client's numbers. Here's his ratings. Here's his sales. Here's his productivity. Here's what he's done.
And I'm going to guess that what the response is, yeah, well, here was his market.
That's exactly right.
He went to market and no one wanted him. So he's back here at this deal. And if you don't like it, tough noogies. And I'm sure Geno was enjoying the fact that Sam Howell was having a pretty lousy camp. Yep. Not personally. I don't think he's anti-Sam Howell or anything like that.
But it built some of his leverage.
If you're trying, really? I was out and this is what it looked like, you may want to think about paying up. Yep. But after watching Sam Howell go out there and play pretty darn well in both preseason games, if I were John Schneider, if I were getting any sort of pressure from Geno's team to say, hey, please extend me or guarantee more or whatever, I'd just say no. Like, yeah, I'm all good. Have a great year this year, and we'll see what happens.
Or you just say, hey, we'll do what we've always done to guys, right? And you know, we've taken care of guys through the years. We've provided some little bonus at the end of the season to guys. We've taken care of guys in season. We've done new deals with guys. Go out there and play and play great.
Yep.
And who knows? And six games into this thing, we're 5-1, and Geno's rocking and firing. Maybe we have a conversation then. Maybe we do guarantee the following year a little bit more, because that's ultimately what he wants. It's ultimately that, to your point, here's what the market was, and the market was willing to bear for you, and it was really a year-to-year deal. It was a deal that we thought was an absolute home run for the team, because every single March in February, they could make the decision. Like, if, you know, honestly, like, of all the deals that John and the former capologist did, like, that's one that nobody can possibly complain about. When you're talking about a return on investment at quarterback in this league and you're paying what? And he was willing to sign what? So you know what he wants. He wants guarantees into 2025.
For him, when he took it to the market wasn't interested in that, which is why he's here on this deal. And the Seahawks are in a great position not to have to do anything.
Correct.
The other conversation, and this is a much bigger one than the last 2 minutes we have here, but do you believe Mike Macdonald's going to want to hitch his wagon to Geno long term? And I've just consistently said no. To get things off the ground in the first year or so, yes. Veteran quarterback, knows the locker room, knows the guys, has some of the chemistry with the receivers, is going to be perfectly capable. He's not going to make rookie mistakes. It's not a potential bust situation that could run you out of a job quickly. Absolutely. You want Geno Smith for your first year or two if you're Mike Macdonald. Long term? Like, is that like the guy at his age that you want to hitch your wagon to? That doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
No, I think, you know, this long-term play is again, just kind of such an anomaly in the NFL. I think save for an Aaron Rodgers, a Josh Allen, a Mahomes, a truly transcendent, maybe a Burrow is on that list, though injuries have certainly derailed the last couple of years. I think most things are kind of in a 3-year window, right? For just about any player. Like what is this player, you know, for the next 3 years for us, right? And then and you're kind of coming up to it. You know, it's kind of like the windows in your house after about 10 years or your roof after about 15 years. Like, okay.
But he's 33, not 23.
Correct. And that's why.
I mean, I'm not saying that he's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying he's 33, not 23. Russell Wilson by 35 was basically toast. So if you are a new head coach, yeah, you want your veteran right now.
Absolutely.
But do I want to start guaranteeing him and extending him? And no, I got him on a perfect deal for what I need. A couple of bridge years here before I get my guy, and that'll be just fine. If it's me, I would absolutely not acquiesce to whatever Geno might be looking for.